Alrighty, gang. Nick,
Is we live?
we don't know, dude. We'll find out. I don't even know how to share this one with you. I'm trying the new beta YouTube software. So go to my channel. Just go to High Drop on YouTube. See if we're live. This is the
beta.
This is the ghetto way to do this. We're gonna just do it live. Literally, we're fucking doing it live.
So what's our policy on foul language?
I don't have a policy.
Lit.
I mean, if you can get away with using it, then use it. The language, that is. Sometimes it's distasteful. Okay, wait, whoops, sorry. Okay, so you... All right, so it should cut soon. We're literally hearing ourselves now. You guys are going to hear the echo.
I'm gonna
Yeah, mute it, but just wait for it to make sure that the live stream cuts to us.
No, I gotta say, I look a lot like you.
You think so?
Yeah.
We both have that kind of half whatever we are.
Whatever we are.
There's a little
there
bit.
we are.
Hey.
No, I was actually kind of just making a joke that your photo was my face.
You think so?
No, I just meant on the screen.
Oh.
I'm just being an ass.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. Sorry, dog.
It's a bad joke, don't
It
worry.
was a good joke. It's great. It's just maybe I'm a little bit unfocused because I'm all right, I guess we're done. We did it. We're live. Now I can just watch. So if you guys are joining us, welcome to the first live companion. We're watching Napc 7, aka the Origins Parkour Pro final from Vancouver, and we might want to turn your computer down just a notch so we don't catch too much. But if you guys are wanting to sync this up, or I don't know, we're just having fun. This is something to do.
Something to do.
It's probably not going to be that interesting. It's probably going to be us nerding out about this event and parkour, and then a lot of just silence because we're engaged watching it and just.
I like talking about stupid stuff. I'll make conversation. I can just spew randomness for you if you'd like.
Just spew some randomness.
But genuinely, by randomness right now, I have not heard of Louisa Chang personally, but she did that really easy.
Yeah, if you're if you're with us right now, we're at 8 minutes and 16 seconds right then of Louisa Chang's.
I hope I said that right, but
skill round, and we're watching the women's skill final here. This is where we're at. It's the weekend, baby. This is the premier event basically in parkour, international parkour, in terms of skill. I mean, there's Red Bull, of course. There's Air Whip, of course. Yeah. And this one's more known, I guess, for speed.
It definitely
seems to be the bar. It seems for speed, yeah.
Yeah.
Air Whip kind of is maybe the style event one, but this one also has some. That one's maybe it's a toss up. It's all subjective anyway, but
yeah, I guess it just leads back to that argument of parkour versus free running now.
And I just mean the events.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's almost like NAPC seems to think more of the I guess efficient power moves and that sort of style of movement over rather than prioritizing flair and style and that sort of thing. Not that it's important, but.
Well, they have a really good style event too.
No, they do. They definitely do. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything like that.
I think also
I'm just saying where their focus has been, and I appreciate it because it kind of brings more into the light of the kind of style of training that I do per se. Because just everyone has different kind of movement styles, and to say me and Pasha train exactly the same just isn't. Really
it's not the same. Yeah. You and I don't even train the same, even though we have a lot of the same style.
Yeah, that is.
It's
true.
That's how uniquely
is that a word?
Uniquely it gets expressed.
Are we just making stuff up now?
Yes.
I actually do want to see that stride pre because
that was nasty.
She made it look really chill.
Okay, I'm gonna take these headphones off.
Oh, Alyssa.
Oh, also, this is also the new Height Drop Studios. If you guys are looking around, Alyssa's crushing. Oh, she's going next to it. Interesting. That doesn't count as an attempt, I guess.
Yeah, I think as long as it's not actually on the obstacles, is what they were saying.
So it's not timed. Oh, it is timed. Okay, so they have 10 minutes, but it's more of it's not a pressure like it was that one year. I think that was a little too much. People were rushing for it, right?
I'm not too sure which year.
Or maybe I think one of the years the time limit was really low. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be remembering shit wrong, but
to be totally honest, I haven't paid too much attention. To be fair, I'm kind of coming into this one a little bit more fresh. I've just, I guess, never really had the competitive mindset, but it's interesting and it's cool to watch, and I appreciate the pressure aspect of it.
I think that's exactly it. Like that's what it did for me in terms of like I'm very competitive, but I don't like competing because of that. It's like an extra challenge to have fun. But that makes it like really beneficial.
Yeah.
Because it puts this pressure on you, and if you care, like you shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah.
Then like it like really can hone it in. But I think that the pressure, it reveals a lot of stuff to you, and I think even though I'm similarly, I'd rather see. I think the bar is always going to be kind of in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what happens like in terms of where I want to put my attention to an athlete. But actually, I think that, or rather, I think competition's always going to kind of be pushed by what happens out there, is what I'm saying.
I do have a question about that, though.
Yeah.
Since you do have experience in both the competitive and kind of like that height training world, I'm sure you've experienced the people that kind of stare at you. Nice, Alyssa.
If
you guys don't know Alyssa Serpa, she's a tank. She was getting over a knee injury, I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, sorry if I am, but it seems now you're kind of healed up, and I'm really stoked for you. I'm excited to see you moving. But do you find that the pressure is different when it comes to competition versus pressure of people watching you try to do something where you're mentally testing yourself?
I think that they're definitely different, but pressure's pressure. And if you have experience with this one, it helps. They cross train each other.
Yeah. I know, like for me, when I'm training at heights and stuff, like sometimes when security or something shows up, it makes me more motivated to just kind of do it and not really think about, like, overthink it so much. Not like do anything sendy. That's the thing. You have to make sure you're not doing anything where you're like kind of saying, screw it, they're here, I'm just going to send it. And being like, okay, they're here. Let me make this decision now. Is it a yes or a no? And then sometimes they're there and you're like, actually, no, I don't want to. It's not worth it because I don't think it's safe. You only say the yes if it's safe. And then it kind of makes it exciting because you're like, oh, cool. Like, you just made it a yes.
Yeah, people respond to pressure differently for sure.
Yeah,
I think like if you want to be good under pressure, they can help. But if you don't like training under pressure, like then both of it sucks. Like competition and training with people watching at height and things like that.
That's fair.
But I think you kind of have to get comfortable with it in either setting.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a part of the experience. And the more you can kind of feed off of it a little bit, like you're saying, and be like, okay, the cop's here, security's here, like it can actually help you illuminate if you want to make a yes or not. If you kind of, okay, it's now or never, what do I really want? Cool.
Yeah.
I do.
Like, do I actually want to do this?
It can clear the noise or it can create more noise for you.
Yeah.
But you have to really fine tune that ear to yourself. Whoa.
What's the challenge here? Is it?
It looks like it's a angled like drop plyo or something, or is it? Or is she just?
I'm saying it looks like a drop plyo to cat, but like a direction change.
What I was saying is this is the new High Drop Studios. We're in Denver now, and that's why I've been taking some time off. It's been hard to move, and it's been weird to like replant yourself in a new city, even though it's only 20 miles away from where I was living.
It's always hard to
replant anything. It's like I've never had so much uprooting and like replanting actually that was like as drastic. So it's been awesome.
It's just to be able to condense everything inside your house to be able to move it is. You don't think it's going to be
Luckily,
that
I didn't
hard?
have that much shit because I moved out of the gym into the place I was living at before, the Maxwell.
True. Fair enough.
So, and I knew I was not going to live there forever, so I didn't try to accumulate too much. And I was able to just throw a bunch of shit away like as I was moving, so I could get new doper furniture.
Oh, it's a whole.
We lost Golden Boy, but now we have the spaceship chairs. The SS Height Drop Commander.
Can we call it Tronstees?
Tronstees.
It's lit. She got it right. Oh, there was a Lachey Pre at the end. Okay.
So you went to this event last year, but you didn't compete.
Yeah, I don't really like to compete.
What was it like just being a spectator and like just enjoying everyone's company then?
It was really cool. It was really interesting, honestly, because it's definitely one of those things again that when you see it in person, it's way different than when you're watching it on video. Like the challenges look hard on video for sure, but when you actually see the size of them in real life, it gives you a lot more perspective on what these athletes are like actually achieving. And it's some of the I don't even know how to put it sometimes. Like Daryl, Tim, Joe, even Charles. I just watched a speed run from I think the semis. And his foot placement and control was insane.
It looks ridiculous.
It looked so insane. It looked so natural, and it was gorgeous, but so fast. I genuinely couldn't believe it.
He literally
looks
looks like a human squirrel monkey thing.
Yeah,
it's just like the way his limbs like at contact, but they keep accelerating and like pulling things past him. It's nuts.
Absolutely.
And then everyone like at that ender, people are getting. It's crazy. Like at the finish line, it becomes sendy because you just like it. There's less risk and there's less consequence. Like you can fall through the finish line. It still stops the buzzer.
Yeah.
I kind of love that about courses in the way that they can end really like a little more, even if, you know, you're losing control. It's kind of cool that you can because I don't know. I just think that makes for fun bails and fun. Nice. Let's just stuck that.
I think it makes for almost a more real version of what we expect parkour to be because there was always that thought behind it. Like, oh, you're going to use parkour to get away from somebody.
Yeah, you might eat shit.
So there's some degree where you're going to kind of be like, if I like scrape up or get a bruise, whatever, like it's worth it to not get shot.
Exactly. Or there's like
that idea
jumping into a bridge. Off a bridge into like water. We were just at the Guernsey, dude. We sent the Guernsey yesterday.
Well, you sent the Guernsey.
I didn't, or you didn't. Sorry, Guernsey. It was a good time.
Sending Guernsey.
But let's say you're jumping into water. You don't have to be so controlled. Oh, look at Toby Seeger's post was so sick today.
I should watch Alyssa more so I can get my swings down, because I am horrendous.
One thing I would say about Origins too is it's like got the longest pedigree I think of any event, or one of the longest, like in terms of the momentum it's built over the last 7 years. This is number 7.
Is it number 7?
Yep.
What years were you in it?
2013, the first one, the second one, and the third one. So 1, 2, 3, basically. So 2013, 14, and 15.
OG.
That's some OG shit.
It really is though.
I guess. I mean, there was so much more OG shit that happened before, but that's the OG NAPC stuff for sure.
It's history. Have you trained much with Tam?
Not a lot, no, but she did visit a couple of years ago, and it was really fun hanging out and training with her.
Oh yeah, that's when I was living with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's when she drew that. What's it called? Because she's an animator, so she made this whole entire. Not portrait, but this really interesting picture she just drew of all animated characters on this one page in my notebook. And I just took it out and put it on my wall because it's really cool, actually.
Nice.
It's like really super well done. And it's like a little personal piece of art.
She's another one that's not really into the competition, but she's
a gangster.
Like, yeah, she's a beast in the streets. Like, but just I think, you know, when it comes to OG stuff, it's interesting the way that each generation adapts to the environment.
Yeah.
The environment changes, like the conditions change. When the Yamakasi, for example, like started, it really wasn't about anything except, you know, who knows what it was about. We weren't there, but it wasn't like public for like, you know, a decade or whatever. And then the next generation, there's a little more engagement with being public and just showing people what you can do and what it's capable, and the bar gets higher. And then I think it's just wild the way that it evolves, because even a generation prior to me, I felt like I was kind of in between generations of like people that really weren't interested in competition at all because they got into it for a very different reason.
Yeah.
And people just starting to get into it they love the movement, but they also like the idea of being able to push themselves in competition or be a part of an event, or there's just more community. There's more of a social engagement and interaction.
Yeah.
And so it's just an interesting thing, because now you kind of have to enjoy competition if you want to be competitive, or you have to, you want to be enjoying the event. Well, I guess that's always been true. Sorry. What was I trying to say? It was just that I don't know, the scene's changed is all. Like you're starting to see people that really thrive in that environment
Yeah.
that you wouldn't have seen back in the day.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't
Well, I feel like parkour
on the radar.
used to have this very weird sort of, I don't know if I want to call it weird, but very, very modeled at the martial arts and very much just like self-disciplinary more than anything. But it is human nature to compete as well, and it seems like it was a weird value to hold in the beginning. But now that we're accepting that we are just kind of people who are doing this thing that we find interesting, like if you want to do it for that discipline, then fine. But like if you want to compete, then there's nothing really wrong with that either. It's kind of
well, that's what I'm trying
taste.
to. You said it better in a way. Like I think that's what I'm trying to touch on is just the idea that all this stuff starts off camera in a weird way. Like it starts with a discipline. It starts as a martial art. A lot of this stuff, at least, and like even martial arts now.
Yeah.
There's people that are martial artists that consider themselves very, maybe disciplined or very true to the art, but because of that, they might despise the UFC or something.
Yeah.
And there's people that don't, it's just the bigger it gets, the more you just get variety of the kinds of people that are in it. But in the beginning, you kind of have that very tribal thing where it's just like, no, you're not one of us, because that's kind of how it starts, right? It has to be this weird thing that sprouts the creativity.
Yeah. It is how it works. It is kind of like, it's weird and off into itself until it grows into something greater. That's how anything starts, honestly.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy to think about because you think of such established things and you're like, yeah, it's always been there because it's been there your whole life, but it's not actually true. It's like,
like even golf, dude.
Yeah.
Golf is like probably has the most weird, wild story. I don't know it.
Straight up. Like rap music, it's like 50 years old.
Oh yeah. Well,
we're never going to be anything like that big, I would say, but I'm just saying, for example, like it started out as this strange thing, like late 70s, early 80s. Actually, is that right? It might be earlier than that.
Well, you could take it back like so far, with music, that's ancient. Like
fully.
You could probably follow that trail all the way.
But that's like weird sects of stuff. This is just like a kind of weird sect of a sport.
Or grunge metal. That's what's interesting. Yeah, like any of these eras, they just like come out of nowhere.
I guess a better example is like skateboarding. It's like, oh, here's this weird thing from 40, 50 years ago. Before that, it just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Now it's like our whole lives, it's just normal. To think of life without skateboarding, it's like, oh, what is that? And
well, in skateboard, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. I'm getting real tangential. But skateboarding started from surfing, basically.
Yeah.
And what did surfing start for? Like, it almost starts like, you start tracing stuff back. It's super weird, I think. It's really interesting to think where parkour, like, you've got the origin story, but maybe in 50 years we'll look back and we'll see from a bigger perspective that seeds of it were even like, who knows where,
Is everything we do just a metaphor for the universe expanding?
All right, we're getting existential.
Existential dread. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's a really interesting, fascinating concept.
There?
Not sure, but yeah, the universe is expanding, like diversity, creating things that are new. That's
everything is just constantly evolving, basically, and just in some way you kind of can make everything interconnect if you try hard enough.
Everything is super connected. I feel like the more I've gotten older, the more I see it.
Yeah, it's like a lot of
it's all the same.
The dots.
Yeah,
it's the same but different, just like different skins, basically.
Yeah. Classic shoe wipes.
I'm the worst.
You are the worst. You shoe wipe. Like,
it's anxiety, man. You can't help it.
Yeah, it's you got to do what you got to do.
No, because it only happens when I actually just feel anxious. If I don't feel anxious, I don't do it. But I just feel anxious like 95% of the time.
I love shoe wipes though.
No, I like 2 shoe wipes. Yes.
Oh, okay. So they gotta plyo down. Not that you're gonna be able to tell if you're listening, but plyo down. It's a down up.
A down up?
It's a down up, dude. That's the worst. It's a down out. That's more of a down out than a down up. But going down and just redirecting out or up is heinous.
If there's anything Brandon hates, It's down ups and flat takeoffs.
Yeah. I'm getting better with the flat takeoff, but I like to load my ankle, okay?
Like to load your.
I like the world to load my ankle for me is what I'm really saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what does flat?
I like to preload my ankle with a curb. Just give me a curb even.
Have you met Camila?
I don't think so, no.
I met her last year. She's really cool. But she's also insane.
I mean, that just look at how international it's gotten. It's
really
crazy.
has
It used to be the
gotten so
North
far.
American Parkour Championships. Yeah. But now you can't even call it that. You have to. It has to be more international in a way because it's attracted everyone from
It
around
fully
the world.
has. Like everyone is out there. It's crazy because everyone is out there this year.
Yeah, it is massive.
It's like really huge, actually.
That was super well executed. This is interesting. Like we were talking about that decision process, right? Like her decision process was so dialed in.
Yeah.
I think I became really fascinated with that. Oh God, I'm talking about myself like an asshole. But Camila is like, she's showcasing that ability to kind of turn that on.
Yeah.
And I think what people can do if they want to accelerate their training is to try to focus on that decision process and making it work for them in a better way. Because like you said, if you're anxious 95% of the time and you're having a shoe wipe, whatever, I don't know. Like we all do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're pushing. I'm not saying I'm immune.
No,
I'm just saying
that for me is more of a personal thing. That's more of like a general.
Oh yeah. I know that one's super specific, but I think it's one of the interesting things that I, at least studying with Dylan, you know, like movement and things.
Yeah.
That was one of the things you could pick up instantly. It was the decision process was very subdued, and it's really, I mean, it's an internal process anyways. So I think to just hone in on that, there's a lot to mine there.
No,
in terms of what you can do with your training.
I fully agree with that. It was something I definitely noticed once I got here. And it is something that I did notice in particular about Camila, but she's very strong and she's very much just confident. She feels everything out and she's just like, yep, I'm gonna do it. And basically doesn't give herself the opportunity to overthink it, which is it's just really easy to do. It's really easy to look at a problem and just start thinking of everything that can go wrong rather than everything that is pretty much sure to go right.
Yeah, and that goes for your life for big time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you think, I thought I got good at that, and then I realized that was only in parkour.
Yeah.
And I was pure shit at it with, like, a lot of other things. And I'm like, what? I thought the decision-making process was just one thing. Nope.
No, it's a lot more than just one thing. It's basically you learn how to apply that decision process, and then you're like, cool, now how do I apply this in other areas? And how does it actually work?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I should try to let anyone know that I don't want anyone to watch this instead of the live stream, but it's just, I'm glad that we're live streaming it so I don't have to edit it and upload it or anything.
I'm gonna eat a piece of this cookie.
Do that.
Yo, Lenny and Larry's, hook it up. I like your cookies.
30. Don't know that one. Lenny and Larry, what are you talking about?
The protein cookies.
Oh, I thought you were quoting a movie. I'm like, God damn it, I'm old.
Dude, you're not even that much older than me.
I know. That's why I was
You're
like,
literally
what the
high
fuck?
school ahead of me.
I'm like, how did I miss whatever that was? Like, we're not that much age difference.
That's so funny. How much of the facility moves?
The bars moved from the first year I think I was there to the second year. They moved the bar setup, and then it's been there ever since, but it's kind of expanded. And then they remodeled a bunch. Like the foam pit, that whole structure has always been roughly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everything else has changed a lot. It's starting to hone in. I mean, they when they put the IMAX wall in, they really shifted things around. The IMAX replica.
Yeah. You know what I really do like about this gym? Is it's one of the few gyms I've been to where like it feels like you can do stuff at some kind of real heights.
Mm.
Like the height factor feels scary inside the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to find that.
Yeah, that's a valuable training grounds. Oh shit.
She's really been stepping up her strength and power game this year.
Her Red Bull out of motion. We're talking about Sydney Olsen. Her Red Bull submission was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I haven't watched like any submissions yet. Honestly.
Bro, get your fucking shit.
I know, man. Sorry, I'm just being a hermit and just climbing on stuff all the time.
I mean, I haven't seen 10,000 things that you have, but it was really, yeah, she really pushed the bar higher with that submission.
See, now I'm convinced. Now I got to give it a go.
Shout out Sydney Olsen. She's one of the last guests we had, actually, on the podcast. Much appreciate her coming on.
Definitely a dope person, too. Like,
Yeah.
super good vibes.
Yeah. Tanking through.
Big chill skis.
She made it look small. She was like, oh, I'm going too fast. Dude, I love the replay.
Dive Kong dive roll.
Rocking them Tempest. Or the LaFleur lace-up. LaFleur shoe model.
I've heard they're actually quite good.
I'm still waiting on a pair. I thought I was going to get one, Sydney. Get at me. I'm just kidding. She did say that whatever. I'm not actually talking shit. But I do want a pair. They look sick. They're super light, flexy.
Super light, flexy, pretty dope high tops. Real good pair of shorts, I'll tell you what. Pair of shorts, pair of joggers. They LA, baby. They know how to be fresh.
Yeah, a lot of fashion comes out of
La
land.
land.
I mean, it really comes out of like London and Paris, doesn't it? Or Tokyo. I bet some comes from LA though. And New York. And New York and LA are the only real hubs for this continent or this country. Is that Tom? Who was that?
I have no idea, honestly.
It's like, damn, he cut his hair short if that's him.
I think Sydney's pretty strong with swings, no? She's kind of really just well-rounded. No, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I was surprised when she came through. Like, it's always fascinating to me when someone is known for one thing and they have really good other, especially with the parkour free running divide.
Yeah.
Like her parkour, her technical ability, super strong.
Training.
Like her interest, because you have to be interested in it. That's really what's surprising.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect her to be interested in like a Kong rail cat,
Yeah.
or pole cat or whatever, just based on like her red water motion submission, for example. But she's not only interested in them, she's fucking good at them.
She's better than me at them. I'll tell you that.
Me too. I
I'm so
think
bad at
Max
pole
Henry's the
cats.
only one that's got that better than her.
Maybe Endis.
Or Endis, yeah.
Because Endis is kind of like...
Endis is
It's
the
like
Max
God.
Henry of Germany. Or Max Henry's the...
Yeah, what is-
No, because Max Henry was first, right? I don't know. He's first in my world.
Yeah, it's first in my world, too.
I
We
don't
also
think
share a
Endis has been
tattoo,
training
so I'm
as
like
long.
not going to knock my boy.
Oh, he's your squid boy.
Squid boy. I like that. Dude, sometimes kombucha is just so fizzy. And it just like hurts on the way down.
You just gotta not put the cap back on. It dissipates. Dissipates. My discs. That was a Freudian disc slip.
What? Floridian disc?
I don't know.
slip?
My back is a little bit wonky from I did this dive at the Gurns. Did not go as well as I had hoped. Oh my God! Speaking of diving and the Gurns, it reminds me of Luke Stones.
Oh,
I don't know if he's in the audience there, but much love to Luke Stones. Hope he's healing well after one of the wildest bails we've seen from someone.
How stoned he felt after that.
It was so.
But genuinely, dude, it's like that. Props for doing it, and then props for that bail, because I'm speechless. I'm sorry, I have nothing else to say. Just if you haven't seen it, go to Luke Stones. Is it just Luke Stones PK? UK. Luke Stones UK on Instagram. Should be within his recent.
No one's gonna be watching. Well, actually, you never know.
You never know.
I was gonna say no one's watching this that doesn't know who Luke Stones is, but you never know.
You never know. You also never know. They may have not seen the bail.
That's definitely true. Good
point.
Oh,
what did happen to Luke?
And this could be on the internet forever.
You never know.
How are they gonna find it if it's 2022?
Anyway,
I'm curious though. What we got to give them? Where's the link?
Where's the link?
What if it's? I will put it in the description.
It's right there.
Luke Stones, UK.
But genuinely, savage athlete, and I hope he heals up quick because I like watching him do stuff.
Well, that was what I mean. I saw a glimpse of what Lincoln Powell's doing too on Instagram. I mean, I'm just catching glimpses of things. He was doing like it's starting to look a little bit like gymnastics in terms of like what the bar techniques people are able to do. Mm-hmm. Like he's doing giant and he pivoted around to like inward giant, and it was like you start to see that kind of mirroring.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, we're doing all this shit on non-loaded sprung bars now.
Yeah.
Like this is fucked up over no mats.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like,
was thinking that too.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared to think about like where we go with this sometime. I mean, not actually, but it's just, it's mind blowing to me because we know what's possible. It always gets obliterated by the next
generation.
Yeah, generation. Like just knowing that.
It's just the human condition to be like, I'm going to go as crazy as I can. Not like to actually go crazy, but
well, and it just makes
to kind of push and whatever kind of motivates you to actually push. We've for some reason developed to be that way. I don't exactly know why. But yeah, I got to see what Lincoln was doing, and I was just like, yo, dude. The amount of momentum he had swinging on those bars.
Oh my God. And there's no give. Like bars, I think, are always the most savage bails.
I agree.
Visualization. She's like in it.
Is it visualization or is it presence?
I don't know. That's what I look like when I'm trying to visualize something. I like close my eyes and I'm like.
Fair enough. Well, because then I have the opposite. Like when I close my eyes, what I'm trying to do is like take in sound and everything and just be like, where am I? And I'm like, okay, I'm right here. And then it lets me not think about anything. It just lets me like, okay, now I'm moving and let's do whatever comes.
That's a good technique.
It kind of brings you into like that specific focus moment thing. Yes.
Nice. That was a fast hand adjustment she did on the bar to like send herself in the right position.
She also just landed like really super upright. I appreciate those landings. They're very hard to do.
Nice. That's interesting. I like the way they did that challenge where they kind of, you have an option there where you can try to like orbit, swing back, and kind of loop to loop or whatever. What Sydney did was you have to fight your momentum and actually do a hard, I guess it would be an acute angle turnaround. Instead like of just a 180, it like becomes more than that.
Yeah.
In your shoulder power. You have to like put your hips, reorient them. Like those swings where you redirect in a different direction is way more technical than it looks. Especially if you have a dominant arm, which everyone does with what arm they release with.
I think she I think she trains ambi stuff.
That's always
Relatively
advantageous.
regularly.
You should be doing
Oh, I
that.
see Vinny and Rizzo.
Hey.
Those are my baby boys from home.
She was so dialed in. She's like, oh, as soon as her feet touched, she just looked up and was like, got it.
I did it. I love they have the double decker bus on the wall that you can cat drop into. It's Joe Sanderson.
God, I wish those guys were coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, we're wearing your gear. We love you. Storm gang.
I'm literally always in a storm gear.
I know. I need those blue. I really want those blue stretch denims. I'm going to order them and the baseball tee.
I love that baseball.
I've been wanting to see someone. Oh, look. Tim's wearing
the raunchy armpits are the best.
Okay, who you got your money on right now? It's Tim Champion. You got to put the returning champion, the champ himself. Big chillin'. I feel like
on men's
skill is his event.
Is that what we're on right now?
Yeah, men's skill.
I'm going to give it... I'm not even exactly sure who's competing. I know Hendo, Tim... I think Rizzo's on there. Is that Tavon? He might do well, actually. Oh, shit. Wolf's there. Watch that kid.
Wolf?
Yeah.
Who's he?
He's this kid from New York. He's like 19, 20, I want to say. Maybe a little older. He is ridiculously strong. Did you see the viral video of the kid?
Oh, Daryl's competing. Nice.
Did you see the viral video of the kid in New York who like cat leaped the staircase and then like ran from the cops and got tackled and shit?
No.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
How could you?
He's the man, dude.
What is he from one of the boroughs or?
I don't know if he's from Jersey or from New York. I want to say Jersey, but I honestly don't know.
Vinny Fiacco explaining. Very Italian, the way he's using his hands.
Vinny is the epitome of the New York Italian, too. It's so funny.
Look at him go. We love you, Vinny. You got to get him back on here, too.
I like that Daryl grew his hair out, actually. It really works for him.
Daryl is what I like to call young. He's so cool. Like, the way he's developed as an athlete. I remember when he had that savage... He had a really bad injury.
His knee, right?
His knee blew out. Like, I think it was the last year I competed in 2015. Or maybe it was 14. And the way he's come back from that has just been more than inspiring. I mean, he's so multifaceted. He is. He reminds me of Tyron Woodley, actually, in the way that they both like have the... I'm always thinking about fighters and stuff.
Oh, I had no idea who he was. So.
He's like he's UFC now former champion, but he was champion for a long time, and I think they both have like a hip hop interest where they rhyme, and I don't know. It's just cool. It's crazy to see how people are so talented across many different.
Kind of like a bunch of different.
Everyone's like, there's people that are so creative, and like it's not only just cool to see how creative people can be, but just I admire someone who's willing to step outside that box and just be like, all right, I'm more than just a parkour athlete.
Yeah.
I'm doing this as well.
It's like I have other skills too.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, everybody is there this year.
Clink, clink. I wonder if anyone's watching the stream. Let's check it out. Nice. We got one viewer, guys. It might be me watching it.
It might be me watching it. I am my
However,
best fan. Brian Prince is my hero.
We got some other people watching. This will be the longest podcast we've ever done, for sure. Can I'm gonna post something to my gram real quick.
I can too if you want.
You do what you gotta do, man. Oh shit, dude, Dom is. What the fuck is he made of, dude?
What do you do?
I don't know. Just every time I pull him on, like every time I pull up my phone, he's taking a bigger and bigger drop.
Wait, you talking about the Descent one from Team Farang? Where he just like fucking just drops off the side of the building?
No, I'm talking about that one because in combination with what I just saw here.
Oh yeah.
You just, just like, yes, Dom. Just just show everyone that their legs don't even like they've used 12% of their legs.
Yeah, dude. I'm starting to think. I keep seeing him do this like all the time. I'm like, well, he does it all the time. I should be able to do it like once a month. Like, if I just do that like once, I should be okay.
Seriously.
Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start just sending fucking front flips from like 20 feet. Just screw it. I'm gonna try it. I wonder what his back feels like.
All right, we're live. We're doubly live. I'm live on the gram now, and I'm live on YouTube. And if you guys want to join us, we're watching Napc. Me and Nick Ortiz. You know him. There he is.
What up, fam? Look at
beautiful
us
man
on TV.
himself.
I mean, it's the internet TV, but it's still TV, so you should watch it.
And we're watching Origins Parkour Pro tonight. So, oh look, it's your baby. And Daniel Eckert just joined. Kian, what up? We're watching Napc, gang, and we're live on YouTube. So that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. If you want to go see this guy and myself talk about things, you can do it now, or you can wait until it's on the tubes later.
Oh, that swing challenge looks hard at the end of that. I think that's what makes me. That would make me extra nervous about competing in skill is just how bad I am at bars. It's just like
you could be so good at bars, dude.
I just don't wanna.
You have big hands with long fingers. You got monkey fingers, dude.
Yeah, but doesn't that work?
I'm just saying, get on the bars. That's what I'm saying. Get on those goddamn bars. You'll never know what it will do for the rest of your training. It'll do a lot.
That's true. I guess I gotta show up at the gym.
That's the thing is like, yeah, you have to. There's rarely a place to train them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you get super good at them, then you're just like, what am I doing? You're like, I can't ever, if you're really interested in going outside,
yeah,
you're like, why can't I do anything?
Yeah. Definitely depends on goals, but with my goals, they don't fit that well.
But I think it teaches you a lot. I think Joe Hugard talked about it in his. We'll maybe release the extended interview, but for the Merm What Happened doc, we did a long interview with Joe Hugard. I don't know if you remember him. What the hell's going on? Is that a knock?
Yeah.
Maybe I got a package. That's what's up.
Oh, it's Sunday though. Okay. What'd you get? What is it, Dad? What is it?
I don't know. It's Christmas, baby.
Happy school year.
Oh, here we go. Bike lights for Burning Man because you have to be lit up. And Tactical shemagh to keep the dust out of my face.
Tactical schmug. Shemig.
Desert camo.
Cause you gonna be in the zert.
Dude, grow your hair out long again.
Fuck that.
Put this on, and then you can be really, really terrorist looking. Sorry, that's fucked, wasn't it? That's like, you know, that's what. You know when you have that full beard and one of these on.
No, I know, dude. That's what I had to
fucked
grow
up,
up
though.
with.
You're
I
not
was
allowed to
either.
say that. You're not allowed to say that, and I apologize.
No, I think it's hilarious.
It's a bad stereotype. I'm ashamed of myself. Actually, you should not perpetuate that.
It's part of the times, dude. Everyone gets made fun of.
Yeah, but I'm better than that.
Whatever.
do
I got
better.
made fun of for being that and being Puerto Rican at the same time, even though I wasn't Middle Eastern. So whatever.
That's what's fucked up about it.
Fair.
Yeah.
What?
Strike. Yeah, those guys. Mark Morissette. Oh, yo, shout out Mark Morissette. He sent me some shoes. I've not even busted them out yet since the move, but I'm hyped on the new strike gear. In fact, I might have to go put on their tank top because it's hot as balls in here.
It is quite warm.
We had to turn off the AC to keep the noise levels down.
Kai is still a savage.
Kai.
Yeah.
Kai is, yeah, he's a hero. He's a big hero.
Legendary.
I miss them. That's why I just wish that they would come through again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at Giles back there.
Maybe we should just go there.
Oh, we will. I was
Really?
hoping to go this year, but with the move and everything, I just did not. I couldn't even go to. I barely went to Gurns.
I met this kid in Philly.
Tavon.
Mm-hmm. 2016? No. 2017? When did Store release RCA? It was during that trip.
I believe that was 2016. Yeah, 2016.
He's just really strong. You can jump like really far. Like, I took it on his Instagram. This is like just gigantic splat back. Just to me, it looked like it was probably like a 12 or 13 foot gap into splat back, but also down like 9 feet. And I was like, all right, bro.
Splat is super underrated, I think.
Well, I guess
it's the most. I think it's as important as learning how to land. It's just landing on a vertical wall.
Yeah, I guess the
It's
way
part
I
of your
would put
landing
it
technique that you should know.
is this kid kind of reminds me, I guess, of like an American kind of style of Dom.
Oh
where
yeah,
he can just like, just
tank.
crazy tank stuff. Yeah,
Some people are just built differently, man.
dude, it's crazy. I'm so jealous. I wish I could do that.
I think, yeah, I was not built for as much gnarliness as what we're seeing now. Like, there's no way I would disintegrate.
Yeah, like I keep seeing it. I'm like, how are you doing that though? Like, how are you just not falling? I feel like I would just break apart.
Oh wow, that's fat.
Told you. He jumps far. He got some legs. I mean, look at his anatomy. He's got some crazy
Dude,
long
the
legs.
challenges are so
See
much.
how long his legs are? Holy crap! I never noticed that. He's got a really short torso and really long legs. Look at that.
That grasshopper.
That's really good. That's like the perfect anatomy for jumping. I think. I'm not mistaken.
Again,
I know it's
get
good
into
for running.
swings if you got a big torso.
I know, but like I said, I'm lazy, and I don't really go into the gym that much. It's just me.
Well,
I will do it eventually, maybe.
if you're lazy and you don't, then it means you have time to go to the gym.
So do I have motivation?
Well, I mean, what am I trying to convince you? I don't need to do that. I'm sorry. Skill is one of the most fun for like us to watch, but this is so hard for. Holy shit!
Yo!
What the fuck, man? That was amazing. All right, I was literally about to say like this is hard for somebody that doesn't know like what's going on to enjoy, but that was insane. Dude. What the fuck? You guys have to see. Oh my god, they're gonna play in slow motion.
Sick. Boom.
He did double
Tips
heel
way too
over.
far.
Oh my god.
I think it's a little bit louder.
That was so. See, that's where the technique is so key. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He just came in real heel heavy. I love how he's just completely fine. He's like, all right, gotta go for it again. Watch him stick it. That's literally the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
He survived.
I already did the worst thing. I might as well just do it right
There's
now.
nothing that can happen that's worse than that, except maybe Taco.
Oh, God.
But that was a much more intense falling position. I don't know how. He's got good
Air awareness.
reflexes. Jesus, that was crazy.
It was so fast.
Both his feet. He's 9 feet off the ground.
He got taller. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's got. When I
That
met
was
him.
insane. 2 foot heel slip out, grabs the bar, like does like a half a knee giant, then like half a flyaway to his back, like over rotates, like sticks out the foot to like absorb a little bit.
Like a double flip.
That was
right?
insane. Yeah, he did like a one of those knee giant to flyaways. Nah. Well, and that's the thing with, again, the balance between athlete and highly trained parkour practitioner. It's like Tavon obviously has the athleticism. Oh my god. Oh. That's a really cool challenge. But clearly he has the athleticism, but maybe not as much experience with fine-tuning technique. Because it's not that it couldn't happen to anybody, but it's not a mistake that you would expect someone like Callum, which we just saw on the screen, to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, because Callum's been training for so goddamn long.
Yeah.
He's just like...
I think it depends on your influence.
He's already made that mistake, and... Damn.
That's such a big, hard challenge.
This is such a cool challenge.
I don't physically think I could do that
Yeah,
at
he needed
all.
to like pop higher, huh?
I don't think I physically do that at all.
You absolutely could. I mean, your limiting belief is setting your reality. Okay? If you just believed in yourself, then you could do it.
True. I just meant like right now.
Right now?
Like if I was competing right now, I'd be like,
This instant, yeah,
right
you
now.
probably, like, you haven't got the shoulder.
Well, I mean, even that tack to stride pre thing looks like
That actually, that's,
horrendously hard.
like, the swing looks easy
Yeah,
compared. That's like, yeah.
I feel like I have a closer chance at the swing than the stride, and that's saying something. Because like that's like my kind of challenge, and it looks ridiculously messed up.
Dude, this is incredible. Oh, nice. Oh, my God. Dude, this is incredible.
This is incredible. This is
Like,
really hard to
they're
do,
they're
right?
combining swinging, tacking, and striding and precision jumps at an incredible level. Like, the skill challenges when I was competing it was nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
It was like a broad jump.
Well, because now they're starting to figure out, like, what are we actually capable of? Because, like, now they're having to get to the point where they've, like, all right, now we got to, like, make the challenges harder somehow.
See, I'm very fascinated still right now with the heel strike on strides and whether or not, like, I'm seeing more and more that the forefoot, when someone hits, like, heavy on the heel, like, they kind of go heel ball foot.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I think you're leaking power right there. Oh, my God, he's got it. Holy shit. See,
what?
A little sendy on that one, for lack of a better term. But that was
he was
well
straight up on the
executed.
thing.
That was insane. That was
The thing is like I think he could be way more consistent if he worked on like the work on control and that sort of thing, because then you could just do it right the first time. Because he already has the strength base.
well,
so
and that's and that's the constant balance you have to strike is, especially with competition, and you don't want to get injured doing something that you might be athletically ready for, but if you haven't drilled, you know what I'm saying? Like I injured myself in competition because I had the similar style.
Yeah.
You know, it happens. Like when competition can put you in a position where you might do something. You have to be really careful that you're not necessarily in full control of. And that's kind of what's
That was
amazing
like
about it.
Style.
That's kind of like, yeah, that was amazing. And I'm not trying to say that Tavon's not in control. I'm just saying that is what competition's about, is pushing that limit.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you're saying, if you just don't want to like get into it too early, because again, if you have a more solid foundation, it might provide for a longer arc in your career.
Yeah.
If that's what you give a shit about. Maybe you don't.
Fair. Everyone has personal goals, no? Goals.
Yeah.
Goals. Yeah, I'm excited to see David. Because he's quite a powerhouse and he's quite controlled too. Oh, did Brody's the one who hurt his lat?
Yeah, I just heard that, yeah. David, spelled not the way you think.
Mm-hmm. Nickname Wolf.
Wolf. Well, with a nickname like that.
Dude, it's because he's got majestic eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. I'm jealous. Like, honestly, he literally has, like, I guess, like, the kind of eyes you'd expect a werewolf to have.
No shit. Are they like...
They're, like, really, like, just, like, this light green.
Ooh.
And he's got, like, I guess, like the darker skin, so it, like, contrasts and pops, and it's, like... I'm like, damn, if I had eyes like that...
It's a handsome cat.
I'm, like, genuinely jealous. Like, it gives you, like, kind of cat eyes or something like that. Just really, it's, like, really animalistic kind of eyes.
Nice. Well...
It's mostly I just want them for myself. I have to wear contacts to achieve that.
Maybe, you never know. 10 years from now, they'll have or iris changing surgery. Who knows?
Maybe.
You dye your irises.
You could dye your eyes.
You could tattoo your eyes already, but not just the
whites.
whites. That's a really bad thing, though. Don't do that.
I don't want to do that.
No, I mean just anyone listening. If you're thinking about it, I wouldn't do that.
If you're with someone who's a pro, it's not that bad. I just wouldn't do it. Personally.
I just feel like your vision's like sometimes I'm like, why did I get my laser eye surgery? I trust that it works, but also I'm like, maybe I should have waited. Maybe there's like a surgery that comes out next year that is just like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, what if
you didn't have to have your eyes, you have the layer of your eye removed.
Yeah, but that's how a lot of surgeries are done. They like remove stuff, put new stuff in it.
Oh.
Re-perfect you.
I wonder what the body type is gonna like, how it's gonna start.
Like if it's becoming specific.
If it becomes more specialized or not. I
don't
think
know
we're always like pushing the skill, like that's required, literally, especially in skill event, to a point where body type is less relevant. I think that's the idea of parkour is like we're trying to make people adaptable, not
because like a lot of these challenges, they're all different movement patterns, and each one of those different movement patterns kind of requires a different body type to be good at.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to modify them to work for you.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yeah, if you're bad at swinging but great at jumping, you have to have a well-rounded approach.
Which is kind of cool because it seems like right now, I feel like the skills challenges before, it was a lot more like singular movements. And all of these seems like dynamic mixed movements altogether.
Oh, I mean, it's just incredible.
I like it.
There were some big challenges, but this is obviously the biggest challenge year yet I've ever seen for sure. This is almost like a power sapper. Every challenge is it's so draining because all of them require so much
Strength and
push and drive. Ooh. Oh, you clip his knee?
Yeah.
Fascinating where people decide to start. We don't even know what the other challenges are.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's at least one more fucked up challenge we haven't even seen.
Yeah. It's like, what's gonna be the one?
I want to see. I know Tim Champion's gonna look amazing trying the one that Tavon did.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nuts. And this one.
Yeah, I feel like Tim's gonna get this one.
This one looks. I mean, Tim's.
He's also got
Kim
the arms
is
for it.
Like I said, he's a champion. He's a big chillin' legend, and that's who I'd put my money on in literally in any event, just because his name's Tim Champion, but especially skill. Oh,
How the fuck are you supposed to do that Kong Pre like that?
you're supposed to plyo, I think. He just didn't have enough out of the first plyo.
No, I know. It just looks like hard.
I think that's the point.
This fucking kid. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you like that? I made that.
I really like that.
I'm really proud of it. It's my favorite piece of art in this room.
Because that plyo looks gigantic. Like that
Yeah.
first jump does not look tiny, like at all. Because the thing is, I know how far David jumps, and for him to try that hard, it means it's hard. Because he jumps further than me.
Who is this?
I actually forgot his name. I met him last year. He's from Toronto, I want to say. He's this dude who has like really, he can jump really high and do like crazy. He's like really controlled flips actually, and he's like he's pretty well rounded. Really sweet kid and seems kind of really friendly, but also kind of quiet at the same time. Mostly, he's good.
Luke Sabah.
Maybe not Toronto. Whatever that city is.
Kelowna. I've never heard of it. It's hard not to jump the gun. You want to barely grab the bar for the max power. We got Joey Adrian and Frosty killing it on the commentary. Yeah, he's just throwing himself a little bit too at the bar. He needs to put arc into that first.
Yeah, like
whatever, Prince.
kind of go up, let your hips fall.
Be right back. If you're just joining us, we got Luke Sabah at 7:53 on the clock.
I thought you were talking about his weight for a second, and I was like, what?
No.
It's like, bro.
We got Bob Ross in the new studio. I love this.
Bob Ross is my hero. If you guys didn't know.
He's creating with us.
He's creating with us. What is the third challenge?
It's probably
No-
gnarly
yeah.
because no one's
No one's
trying it.
looking at it.
And no challenge has been completed yet. Oh, no. Tavon got that one, but...
What is that?
What is that?
Yeah.
You want some?
What is it?
Some plantain chips, but move the
Oh.
mic away from you.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Super. You good?
I was just curious.
Oh.
I do love plantain chips, though. Actually, I do want one.
Don't chew into the mic. Everyone hates that. It's not an ASMR video. Although I'm going to start doing that too.
In between the teeth, the tongue, and the lips.
Tonight we're going to listen to Napc. And we're Daryl Stingley. He's going to swing on all the bars. Oh my god, it was... Oh, he almost got back, but down quiet.
But genuinely, Daryl is...
Bam.
It's a really cool shirt.
Is that his
Yeah, it looks
brand?
like it.
Squadron?
Squadron. You realize something about Daryl? His calves are so jacked. Like, look how cut his calves are, dude. Like when you see
You
it,
see his veins from here through the live stream.
You just see like, just each shape, two separate muscles. The gastroc.
Kent
and the
John's in
soleus.
attendance back there. Kent John's maybe a lesser known legend, but
A lesser known
he's
hero.
a superhero. I mean, he's one of the heads over at Unparalleled. Mentor to Nate Weston, then no
Oh,
doubt.
it's Dylan. I thought it was Jaden Clark for a second. I was like, what the hell is? He's there too. It's fun with Daryl because I feel like we had similar like upbringings, but on just the two opposite coasts. It's really funny. It's like weird to relate, but not at the same time.
To who? Daryl?
Daryl, yeah.
Mm.
Similar music growing up, similar like stories behind parkour and stuff. Like, genuinely very sweet person.
He's so powerful with the cat backs and the swings.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he can do
his
this.
ape index is crazy. He's got those long arms, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he trains a lot for it too. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, bars have always been his strong suit.
Yeah.
And cat backs.
Yeah.
Like
He does have some crazy ass catbacks.
his ability to do some of these challenges probably even changed the course slightly of where this event went because of what he could achieve and knowing that someone could do some of these things. They keep pushing the bar higher every year.
Yeah.
But for some years, I think it was just him that could do it. It was crazy.
Yeah. It wasn't really until like Tim came along.
Mm-hmm.
Like him and he was telling me about it actually. Him and Tim have like very similar styles and they push each other really hard together. And it's always good when you can find that person who really pushes you. And then on top of it, for them, they get to compete together. So it's probably like this really kind of brotherly competition, I feel like, between them.
That's when you
That's
get
like
the
really
arrows.
motivating. Like kind of
Oh,
probably
yeah.
similar between you and Dylan. That's kind of what I feel like. It's like a similar relationship between like Tim and Daryl.
That now that you mention it, 100%. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's like where you just made me think of like that's like when you give the golden age of boxing or whatever. When you have like it's different in parkour because we don't hate each other and talk shit, and it's not like a violent sport. But when you have that camaraderie, it's more of a camaraderie than like an opponent.
Yeah.
But if you need like those people to push you, like you're saying,
Yeah.
it's really what what makes an event change. Like right now, speed is hot because we have Hendo, and we have like, and skill is hot because we have Daryl and Tim, and they're always stacked, but just because of whoever's in the figures, whoever the figures are that are kind of at it and how they feed off each other, that like defines an era.
Yeah,
and I think
because it tends to be them two like kind of. Seems like it seems like there's like this kind of head-to-head thing where it's they're both at this really high level and they're both like kind of getting the challenges, and so then now the people who actually set up the comps and everything, they're like, oh, what do we have to make so that these got like one of them can get the upper hand a little bit, but without making it easier for both of them.
Yeah, no, it has that rising tide effect on, and it just elevates the Tavon.
Yeah,
athlete that's maybe a little bit younger but just so athletic that they're putting themselves in a position where like now next year you're going to be blown away maybe by what he accomplishes, because he'll refine his technique a little bit. I mean, there's just that trajectory of an athlete where it's just like some athletes, at least I definitely relate to it, where you have a little bit more of refinement. You see someone develop and start using their power in a way that's unprecedented, because the athletes get every generation just more athletic.
Yeah, they have.
Like we're attracting new body types and more body types, so it just gets pushed and pushed.
I think body types and also walks of life. Like I think the way you grow up can kind of influence the way you think about training.
Oh yeah.
See that's the hard part. Is that stride challenge?
Well, because it's angled so weird.
Yeah, it's so angled and it's large and it's a really high, like.
Yeah, everything used to be so linear.
I kind of like that everything's getting so angled though.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's just like that's another dimension that wasn't even open like to skill. Even as soon as last year, it was probably much more perpendicular the way that they set up challenges, and now you've seen them really playing with angles this year.
Yeah, from what I remember, it was pretty straight on last year, except for that 180 cat challenge.
At least more exaggeration. I mean, that's what it seems like. These redirects of momentum is what's.
Well, because I think now it's become apparent. It's like, okay, you can achieve power.
Yeah.
It's like, now can you be controlled in power?
I love it, because otherwise we're just having a triple jump contest.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I mean, that's a cool thing if you're.
It is a cool thing.
It's just not parkour like spirit carried forward in the right way.
Yeah, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, if they want to call the event power instead of skill, then by all means.
Yeah, because the skill is a combination of different.
Well, I guess triple jump is a skill. I'm not whatever.
It is.
We don't have to compete against them. It doesn't matter. It's just, yeah.
I think it's more of a matter of keeping things interesting.
Yeah. Oh, he's just not getting over the bar. Looked like he ankle thingied.
That's what's got to be like a hard thing in competition, is like you ankle thing, and it's like, oh, I don't have 10 minutes to just rest and let it chill. So you have to make the decision.
This event's evolved a lot too. One year, remember, it was just like the double barrier. The first year, it was just 2 walls and just people were doing Kong prees and trying to double Kong it. And
really?
It was like, get over something as with as few contact points as possible, and then people started flipping it.
The gym's really stacked right now too. It's actually quite full. That's really cool.
I didn't see what happened with the other thing. Did he not go for that after all, or did he just drop it? Was I in the bathroom? Did he do it? The first challenge?
I'm not sure he did. I think he maybe ran out of time.
He must have switched, though, because he still has time right now. I think they just choose whatever they want to do with their 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe he just was like, "Nah, this one's too hard, or it's harder than I thought it was," and just thought this was a better one to go for.
Well, I guess this is the challenge that plays to Daryl's strength the most. At least from the two. I don't know, 'cause I still don't know what the third one is.
Yeah, he really does eat up all these movements. But I wonder if this is.
It's just a hard one.
It's super hard. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yep.
Once he got over the bar, I'm like,
yeah.
he's not gonna mess up the lâché.
Yeah, it's just
He's
getting
Daryl.
on the rail.
All right, now we get to look at this third challenge, maybe, or is he even gonna try it?
Yeah, he's not happy with his ankle.
Ooh. He went over.
Well, that was, I think, from the one we said he ankle thinged.
Oh yeah.
I think it's bothering from that.
And then he did another attempt
yeah,
on
but
it.
I think he was still just like, I still have it.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, because I don't see anything in that last run that.
Yeah, no, I think it was from the one before where he. The way they're doing the live stream this year, it looks really good too. It's like a lot more immersive.
Yeah, they've been doing the live stream the longest and with the highest quality, I think, of any. Like it's better than Red Bull in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, in every way, as far as I can tell right now. Sorry, Red Bull. Not sorry, but thanks for sponsoring some of our athletes.
Those flying shoes are fresh, honestly. They do look really, really good.
I love Hendo's haircut right now. Kept it long on top and just has like a fierce buzz on like by the ears and below.
I did that shit once. I didn't look that
And he
good,
still
though.
buns it up.
Yeah, man, his hair's mad long. He gotta. He doesn't get that like thick curly hair, so it probably just like blinds you as he tries to jump to stuff.
That's a fucking hench lâché. To go straight into it in a big swing like that is hard too. People don't recognize that as much. I mean, it's just part of it now, but it used to be not even part of, you used to always get a backswing. It's just crazy.
Good straight swing.
Or people that like had to cast into a swing that big. They didn't know how to just jump into it.
That sounds like something I would maybe do though. But if
Yeah,
Hendo
like
is not,
the last challenge is maybe like.
but if Hendo's not, I might not. That's the thing.
Yeah, or maybe it's on his bad side. Who knows?
I have no idea what it actually looks like, so I couldn't even. For real
We don't
tell
know.
you.
We don't know what it looks like.
Yeah. I've just been doing a lot of rail running recently. Also, I'm just talking shit behind a mic. I'm not actually there. My words mean nothing.
These guys are in the bathroom behind Hendo, like, it's like hilarious.
Actually, yeah, that was really funny. Last year, I was standing behind Hendo, and I had to keep taking steps back because he kept taking steps back. It's really funny.
Give him some runway. Oh.
How is Hendo's swing game? I've actually not seen him do it much. I can't tell you.
I don't think it's his strong suit necessarily, but
it's not bad.
He's definitely very, very good if he wants to be. I remember, like, I think we were when I was in England last, he was saying how he hadn't really tried like lache polecat, and we did one of these like Storm channel.
I think I was just watching that last night.
What was it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it? What do they call it? It's just like
the speed
Hendo challenge, a Hendo speed challenge.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to like stay competitive. I was like, I'll just do a course that's more swingy because Hendo is not so great at swings. We got to design our courses.
That was really funny. He's like, he slowed me down with the like polecat because he knows I can't do it.
Yeah,
he's like, I had to learn the polecat on the spot.
Well, dude, they're like, you want to shoot it today? And I was like, oh my god! I just sat in a car and I just got out in the plane, off the plane. So my knee, like, it was just fucked. Like my knee's fucked. I look back at my parkour history sometimes, my career, and I'm like, I look at like old clips and I'm like, yep, my knee hurt back then too. My knees just hurt the whole time, but it was especially pissing me off after a long plane ride. And so I was just not feeling like I could do anything jumpy. And I was like, let's just do some swings. Plus, I was really into that at that time. I was like, well, I want to keep things really low impact.
Swinging all the balls.
And then I ankle thingied when we were doing the demos. I remember that. Oh! Just barely sat on it, but they have the chain store, but it's not. There's not as many places to train bars. It's it's crazy to see it. Phil Doyle was like one of the ones that was like just way ahead of his time in terms of bars and what he could do on those.
Yeah, I don't know how though. Honestly, I don't know how you figured that out.
He's just got super intelligence in the body. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, he's a freak. He also trained with like a lot of the hottest, but the most like progressive pioneers back then.
So I can't wait to have Faye use that fit so like my feet can feel strong.
Do you have to go down a size or up a size?
No, 45s.
I had to go up half a size.
I can't. I tried and I just can't. Like.
Here he goes.
Yes, Joe.
Yeah. All right,
boy.
he's still got some juice. He's got some time on the clock.
That's my guy right
It's time
there.
to put the pressure on his teammate, Tim Champion.
Yo, my dog, Joe Hendo, he's fucking doing it. Joe Sanderson. It's lit. Move the stupid mat. Don't hug him right now, Daryl. He's in the middle of it. Jesus. Let him focus. I'm just giving you shit. I love you.
See, swing game was on point. That's a fucked lache. He was fine though. To have the thrust on your shoulders to get your body over your feet again. Nice. Like his tap was. It looks like the tap of your swing is in real time, even though it's in slow motion. That's how fast you have to do that.
I still have
Do you see his legs move?
Can you show me one day?
Oh, now you want to get on the bars. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not even I actually love the bars. I fucked my shoulder up just being on the bars so much because I was like, whoa, this is the most fun you can have.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a lat thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm starting to realize, just like release on swinging stuff. It's like, oh yeah, if you just do one side, your second hand's just going to develop more. You're going to develop more in that lat. So I think I need to train that other side on the release a bit more. Because then that translates over to everything. It translates to cat drops. It translates to cat leaps.
Mm-hmm.
You start just using that side more.
Oh, get it. Hendo! Oh! He could do it.
That plyo Kong pre looks really hard, though, I got to say.
He didn't even have that much power. If he just has a little bit more power on the swing, like if he sets himself up for the swing, he'll land higher on the plyo, and he'll land high enough to do the Kong pre. He's just like, fuck it, I don't need to do this. Oh, did he run out of attempts? I guess you still only get 5 attempts and a time limit instead of... That's interesting. Oh, Tim Champion's going to do all 3 and is going to make it look easy somehow.
Because he's a tank.
He's so funny, too.
He's hilarious.
He's like... He's one of the wittiest dudes. Super...
Dude, when I see the guys, him and Ed Scott together, it's just like... I just cried myself to sleep laughing once. It was one of the best nights of my life. That's what I love about Tim, too. He is so chill about everything.
He's big chillin'.
Big chillin'. I really like swings. Also wearing merm shorts.
I know, I'm like... Gotta love the representation right now on that. Thanks, Tim Champion. Legend. Living legend. See, it's interesting, like, a few people have started on this challenge, but then the other one is the one that is able to be done somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's me, not you.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, huh? Forgot we're watching on your computer. Yeah, he's big chilling. He's just burned a minute and a half just kind of walking through the course. He doesn't look like he's in any rush.
He's like, I got this. Just want to think about it so I can do it right in the first go. Gotta do his signature lisp. I mean that in as an endearing way as possible.
Lisp?
Yeah, he has a little bit of a lisp. It's kind of like a very... it's part of Tim. It's part of what I know about Tim, and I like it, actually. It's like a very... I don't know. Everyone has one of those like little things that makes them them, I suppose.
Here he goes.
Ha!
Oh.
That was funny though. Just the one step into it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
he's almost too... It makes that first section harder for him because he's so big. It really cramps his foot position. Look, he's already like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going over here now.
I always forget that he's like pretty large.
It's because he's like well proportioned, so he doesn't look awkwardly large.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't look like, oh, I grew up too fast. My arms are fucking ridiculous, like orangutan arms. And he doesn't have giraffe legs either. So he just kind of looks like a normal sized person, but he's huge.
Yeah, he's like 6'2".
Yeah, look at how close he is to the bar. Like he can't even... It's interesting how it took him one... I mean, I think that's smart. He's just like, all right, I'm going to do one here because I think I can do this one. But then as soon as he did it, he was like, nope, I'm going to go over here now. Yeah. Get some new insight.
I think it's because it's really hard for him to get like high on that swing, so he can get high enough to get that first jump out of the way well. He's having to take off from a really low place because of the way he has to swing.
Well, and he's decided not to burn any more attempts on it. He's like, I think I got this one. 2, it's like... Oh, damn! He got over the bar. You'd expect if he got over it, like I mean, he's a
slip.
Okay. So wait, well, I want to know if he gets it on this attempt. Does that mean he knocks Hendo off the podium, or is he tied? I don't remember which attempt Hendo got it on. Power nugget, strong in the background. Here he goes. There we go. Oh, easy.
Big chillin'.
Big chillin'. Okay, so does that already put him in the lead, or does he have to get this next challenge? Okay, Frosty says, yeah.
I think that's the thing. I think you do have to just pick one.
It kind of depends. Like, Sydney's proving that you can be really competitive in all 3, but the women's division is not as deep.
Yeah.
And it's like it might not be as effective to do that in the men's. I don't know. I know what you mean, though. But we'll see. Because, yeah, as each event gets pushed further and further different directions, it's like...
Yeah. And it's just the amount. It depends on the amount of people.
Yeah, and it's all happening in one day. It'd be one thing if you could compete, take a break for a week, and then do the next event. But to do it all in a single afternoon or a few days or whatever, it's ridiculous amount to ask of your body.
Especially if you have to qualify on top of it, too.
If you have to qualify, yeah, forget it. It's for all these events and then do all the... And your adrenal system is just going up and down, like with the pressure, and then... You get warmed up, and then you get iced because something goes wrong with the live stream or whatever. It just anything happens and can happen in these competitions, and it's. I mean. Oh, he got his feet on it. He's got one more attempt. I think he's got it. Would you do me a favor and close that window? The cicadas are kind of, they might be loud enough to be in the background here. Yeah, just pull on it. Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, I got you, dog.
What'd you do today?
I was with you all day.
Well, we took a fucking 3-hour break. What'd you do in the between?
I took a shower.
Nice.
What did I do in between?
Huh?
I actually don't even know what I did. Yeah, I just took a shower. I called my mom.
Oh.
And we talked a bunch.
What about? Good stuff?
Yeah, actually. It was just talking about life and stuff and just learning some family stuff, which is really cool.
Oh, nice.
About, like, I guess just heritage things.
Oh!
Does that count?
He moved his foot a little.
I don't know if
I
that
think
counts.
he stayed on the wall. It's got to count. Oh, his foot moved. It doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't think it counts.
Oh, man. They're getting real strict on those. No more American
Good,
sticks.
I like it. Yeah, no more American
English
sticks.
stick only.
Sorry, Tim. You can't be here.
But that's a people's. He's also the people. No, Hendo's the people's champion, but Tim's also a people's champion. And that's a people's champion victory to do that challenge.
Tim's just the champion.
He's just Tim champion.
Did you see his mouth?
No.
He was, come on, for fuck's sake.
Come on, for fuck's sake. Yeah. That's so funny. He already won, but it's still like...
It was right there. He overdid it. That's literally what happened. It's like, oh, shit.
Well, it's like, make it a bar if you want it to be that precise, but he's on the wall. I don't get why it has to be that strict.
I get it.
I get it, but it's like that... Well, maybe because I'm a little more old school with my philosophy or something. Even not as old school as... You know, I accept competition. I accept competition, but I'm like, do you have...
If you were training, would you consider that done?
It depends, dude. No, I wouldn't consider... Here's the thing. I don't train sticks.
You've never done a stick.
Unless there's a death drop on the other side, I don't see the point of sticking it.
Yeah, but do you ever want to do that with a death drop on the other side? Because that's like what you're implying, I feel like.
No, I wouldn't. But if there's no death drop on the other side, then why are you sticking it? Just to show off?
To prepare for the death drop. Plus, it's also really good
Prepare for the death drop. So it's just training.
Well, it's just training, but it's also good for your control.
But if there was a death drop on the other side,
yeah,
then that's a valid technique. That's all I'm saying.
What he did?
Yeah. He didn't fall into the death drop.
Yeah, but you wouldn't count it as done right.
I wouldn't say it was done perfectly. I wouldn't be like, he didn't do it. I wouldn't be like, he fell into the death drop. No, he stayed on the wall. He's fine.
Yeah, but it doesn't count.
Okay,
it counts as not dying. It doesn't count as like doing it. I don't think.
I think sticking something like, that doesn't need to be stuck. It doesn't. Okay, it already doesn't matter.
But, okay, if someone drops a 20 set and rolls when they hit the ground, did they do it?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They bailed it.
Oh, and skateboarding.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about parkour.
No, I meant skateboarding. Sorry, I didn't specify that.
But landing on a skateboard and rolling away is not the same as parkour.
Not rolling away. I mean, like if someone lands and...
Yeah, I'm just saying like landing on a skateboard is different than landing in parkour.
I know. I'm just saying it's the principle. It's the principle of the completion of the challenge in and of itself.
It's an arbitrary principle is what I'm saying.
How is it arbitrary?
Because if you don't have a drop on the other side of the wall, then you're only sticking it because you're trying to prepare for an imaginary drop.
But what I'm saying is the principle of like the stick in and of itself. Like if you're working towards training sticks.
But I don't buy it. That's what I'm saying.
What?
I'm saying I don't care if you stick it. And I don't care if you don't think I did it because I didn't stick it the way you think I should stick it. Yeah. Because to me, if there's no reason to stick it, then it doesn't need to be stuck.
Okay, but that doesn't change the definition of what a stick is.
But
it doesn't change the definition of what a stick is.
But it doesn't change the stick is not a definition of utility. It's a definition of like control.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the skills challenge is to show you control.
But that's why I don't like it is because it's not. It's like again, maybe I'm a little more old school. Whatever. I'm thinking like if he was actually on a building at height or whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that he didn't get his foot on there. The utility
side.
Yes, it
does. It fully matters. Like and in every situation, you would count that as not the clip to use. You would count that as not completing the challenge, and I need to do it better. So,
but no, in an emergency situation, if you were actually running or the building was on fire,
but it's a competition.
It wouldn't matter.
But it's a competition.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying is it's a competition. It's not a real life scenario.
And that's what I'm saying is I don't care about the competition as much. I'm like, for me, it counts.
But it doesn't count for the competition.
Yeah, and I get that.
For competitive standards, it doesn't count for the competition. If you were out in the real world situation, sure, but the context we're talking about it.
I'm saying if you want it to be, I think if you want it to be more precise, make it a bar. But making your feet stay in the same spot doesn't matter to me. The fact that your feet matter, like if they move, I don't care. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I get that it's not my competition. I'm just saying I don't care if your foot moves in real life or in competition.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why bring it up in the first place then?
What do you mean?
Why bring up that it shouldn't be a rule if you don't care? Because obviously you do care.
Well, because I think here's the thing. I'm bringing it up about this particular thing maybe, but I was saying I think the idea of us all sticking challenges.
Yeah.
Is something that it's like almost a box for us. I think we should do less of it. I don't think it matters as much as we think it does. And because and that's my opinion, whatever. I'm just saying, if you don't need to do it, you're doing it to show control, which is great.
Yeah.
However, I would rather you continue doing something, or I don't know. For me, it's just
It's
personal
also,
preference.
it's also one of your best bail options. If you can control a stick on point almost all the time.
It is the best bail option.
Because like when I fucked up that running pre-dive Kong at NCAR, you know how I didn't fall 2 stories? I stuck it.
Wait, which one?
You know the running pre-downward, and then you have to dive Kong over the staircase?
Yeah.
Flat? Yeah, I put my hips too low to actually shift into a dive
That's
Kong.
what I'm saying though.
So like
is like by only focusing on the stick, you're not enhancing your other bail options. And it's the best bail option. I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah.
It's the best bail option, but it's actually, I didn't even know that until you just made me think of it. So thank you. But like, that's kind of what my problem is with it, is we're not training our other bail options maybe as much as we ought to, because we're focusing solely on this one, which is the best one.
Well,
but it's also, I think people get so obsessed with it that they're like balancing. They're working so hard to get their feet not to move that they're actually not being natural with their movement.
yeah.
That's what I don't like about it.
Okay, I can give you that, but I think I think if you take a step, it fully doesn't count as a stick, and for competition's sake, it doesn't count as a stick.
Fair, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the idea of people sticking it. I'm just saying I'd rather my movement look natural and not do like the limbo after I do a challenge.
Yeah.
Than to have my feet stay in the same spot but do the limbo or whatever. You know what I mean? When people are doing like this one.
Yeah. Well, I think
like that, it's like that would have counted if his foot didn't move, but that doesn't necessarily to me any more impressive than his foot going like this, but his like torso being relatively centered.
I guess for me, I have a really weird perspective on it because I do plan on applying my stick to a spot where there is no forward or back.
Oh yeah.
And it is high up, so like,
but
I don't want to move.
But that's what I'm saying. If I was gonna do something that actually required a stick, I would want more confidence in going overshooting and undershooting.
Oh.
To actually feel like I could do it. The stick itself, it just happens if you have confidence in those moves because you can just try it infinite amounts of time.
Yeah.
That's my approach. But it's definitely.
Have you ever trained a stick like that?
I do when I want to, and that's.
But I mean, like, have you ever like trained it consistently to where you can make your sticks consistently feel like that each time? Because it does like a different thing to your confidence level in terms of running jumps.
Oh yeah.
Like fully.
But yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not trying to
I'm just saying there's like applicable reasons for it. And
I get that.
There is like good reasons to actually like pay attention to your foot not taking that step. It just depends on whether or not those fit in with your goals.
Yeah.
Which is more of the thing, which is like a lot of people, it doesn't fit in with their goals. So in reality, they maybe shouldn't really work on it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been like, maybe I'm just been,
because also the thing is with sticking is it teaches really, really, really good body mechanics.
That's if you do it right. That's all I'm saying.
If you do
people
it wrong,
are focusing on the wrong part, which is like,
yeah.
it's not just the foot not moving.
No,
it's that your whole torso, your whole geometry is like coming in the right way.
It's your whole body moving,
that's
making
all
your feet
I'm saying.
not moving.
Yeah, exactly.
I fully agree with that.
And whatever, like competition. That's the problem with competition is you have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
And it always is going to be just a little bit wrong because making a rule when it's all made up anyways.
I mean, isn't everything all made up anyways?
Exactly. That's why I'm saying like that's what goes back to the very beginning where we're talking about. It's just like what we want to see maybe from these athletes is primarily in the streets, and that's always what's going to be. That's where you can be creative.
Yeah.
And competitions are still creative, but they kind of like borrow from the creativity that happens outside of because then there's no rules.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, I think it is maybe like I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but a separation kind of between outdoor training and indoor training.
Yeah.
Potentially. And I think we're both very kind of like really super outdoors based and.
Yeah.
We have like I think we particularly have a really big thing where we tend to think of everything as if we are going to apply it, and I realize a lot of people in the community don't think like that, and it does feel weird to me genuinely. Mm-hmm. But I guess it is what it is.
Well, it's like that real martial artist thing too we were talking about. It's like certain fighters are also martial artists.
Yeah.
Certain fighters are just combat athletes.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that anyone's better than the other. It just
No.
means that like they're different values, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Just like if it's important to you, it is.
And I think it's interesting because I don't know if it's just me, but I've definitely like kind of noticed just like a parallel between not parallel, but an interesting thing between the kind of cultures.
Oh, they're just going for it right now.
Yeah, they're like, screw
They're
it.
just like, fuck it, we're getting this challenge.
One of us is doing it.
No goddamn foot moving. Wait, they're just battling it out one for one? Tie. Yes, I love how... Oh my God, Frosty nailed that. Again, pushing each other. These guys train together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you push me like in a way that I don't get, without really getting like into my own head sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like it's really helpful to train with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
with that.
especially because I don't like sticking shit. And you make me do it. I'm like, God damn it.
I make you stick shit.
You make me stick some shit. I'm like, all right, I got to do this fucking stick now. You even said that to me. You're like, you got to stick this concrete. And I'm like, he's right. You got to stick a goddamn concrete once in a while because I never give a fuck about a stick.
You know
And
why
that's
you
why
gotta
I don't
stick
have-
it? Because you freaking can and it's cool. Why else do you do anything else that you do? It's another argument. Why'd you stick it? It's pointless because it's freaking dope, dude. I'm mad high off the ground. I'm one of how many people that would do this?
And it is super satisfying.
It
when
is-
you do it with the right posture and everything, it's
Yeah.
like that's the most, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Which was, yeah.
I did do a tippy toe one on one of those once. That was.
Oh, yeah. The first stick, well, that's what, you remember? They even, because I stuck
Excuse
it.
me?
I stuck it the very first time I did
Yeah.
the challenge, but I was like, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's just weird looking. But my feet didn't move.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like the foot moving is not the rule
Yeah.
that we really
It's
pay
it's
attention
like
to. Like, we
over-
know what it really is.
I know what you
You
mean
know?
now. Like,
Yeah.
because like the feet not moving comes from proper movement of your thoracic spine
Yeah.
and your hips doing things properly because the rest of your body just absorbs stuff right, not just your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean is just don't fucking like do that jolt forward thing. Be like Phil or Max.
Oh, man. I was thinking about Max because I jacked my back, and that's how, like, that's, I mean, obviously you do because you and Max are squid boys, but because he threw his back out playing baseball, that's, like, partially why his spine is so, like, he's put so much attention on it that he has, like, really good posture in all his movement.
Yeah.
And even though I was a little bit of a bitch about it when I first tweaked my back yesterday, I was like, God damn it. I drove all the way up here, and I was just being like a little baby, basically, like thinking about, like, oh, God, I came up here. I want to do some big cliff jumps, and I'm a hypochondriac as well. So I'm like, what if I severed my spine? What if I go into the cliff jump tomorrow and I can't, like, I have to swim out with my legs not moving or something.
Oh my god.
I freak out. But then I was able to turn it around and be like, no, you know what? This is a gift. I'm going to be more honed in now to my posture, and I'll have that Max Henry effect where everything I do from here on forward is going to be. And I was able to do the dive again and a bunch of other things with just better posture and actually better technique because of it.
Yeah, it does kind of help you. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. I had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do stuff in the rain. I love the art on the walls in here.
That's been there since day one, I think. That mural, that thing is so sick. Do you want some more water or something, dude? I'm thirsty.
Yes, please. I also
Give me
want
a
to.
jar.
I also want to plant. Do you have any more of those plantain chips, or are they away?
They're right.
Plantain. Plant on those, fam.
Oh, we got some live chat going. Hold up. What up? Posture check, says James Fisher. Everyone check your shitty posture curled around your device. You got that cat, or this isn't him anymore, but yeah, you got that fucking jumbo shrimp cashew posture.
Who, me?
No, if you do, you got to get it.
Oh, jumbo shrimp cashew posture.
James is with you. He agrees that you were right about all the sticks. It's not about
Thanks,
being right, James. We found an understanding
It's
together.
about being right. Shut up, Dougie.
Hey, it's definitely not, and that's because I'm right about that.
What? Asshole.
I'm right about not needing to be right.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
What's good, says CPG, Cookville, Parkour Group. Nah, man, everything's good. Thanks for watching this live stream with us.
I'm just leaning away from the mic so I don't chew your ears off.
We appreciate these listeners, people. We're an hour and 50 into this now. It's hilarious.
Are we?
Dude, this is a
No wonder my
long
back
event.
hurts.
Right? Do you want some lumbar support, sir? There's pillows over there.
Yeah, I need some of that. I'll be right back. Sorry for kneeing the mic. If y'all don't know, I'm one of the clumsiest boys in the land.
You what?
I'm one of the clumsiest boys in the land.
Dude, I almost roll my ankle on the daily. Just walking around.
You ever wonder if you just have shitty feet or something? Like, I'm starting to think.
I rolled my ankle really, really badly. I think I tore my ligament all the way through when I was a skateboarder, like in 8th grade. And I think it's fucked with my whole left side of my body ever since.
I wonder if I did that.
Because, I mean, I actually know that I fractured my ankle. Because I got an x-ray, I got an x-ray like a year later because I was still, like, compensating on it. And that, like, dude, I got so jacked. If I had known things, I could have been so much better off. But I was...
If I'd have known things.
Like, one of the reasons Phil... Well, this is... I forget the actual fact, but I think it's his grandmother or his aunt or something is osteopath or somebody, like, that knows about posture and body mechanics. And that's partly... And same with Dom. Like, if someone in your family is able to kind of give you that knowledge of body, it really helps you have the right posture from the jump. Whereas I had the cashew posture. I had, like, I had a candy cane posture, dude. I was like turned over. It was fucked up.
I hate it. I still have it. I'm trying to fix it now.
And I was
I'm
skateboarding.
so weak right here.
Yeah, and it was just snowboarding fucked up my hips because
Really?
I thought I had the steez stance, so I had like really wide stance, and it's kind of like a horse stance, but also I probably had some knee valgus going on. It just didn't know. There's so much to know.
And skateboarding there's a lot of valgus too. I have this thing. I think it's mostly my left QL doesn't work, because like my right side wants to do this and my left side won't pull back this way.
Do you want some chocolate, bro?
Yes.
This Trader Joe's
Holy
chocolate
shit.
is bomb.
That bar is wild. It's so thick
It's
and
like-
nutty.
Take your pick.
I want that one.
Yeah.
Damn, son. And it's got flowers on it.
It's got Trader Joe's sponsor us.
What do you say it was? ASMR?
Yeah. Tonight we're gonna eat chocolate. This is a hazelnut organic
What are they selling?
Swiss dark chocolate with 30% whole hazelnuts.
That is real good chocolate. I'll tell you what. Bobby.
I'll tell you what. God damn it, Bobby. I never liked King of the Hill.
really good. I had a love-hate relationship with it. I feel like I hated it until I was like 20, and then I started watching it. I was like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I should have watched this.
I was like, this is brilliant. First I was like, fuck this show. What is this? And then I got older, and it was the best thing I'd seen in a while.
Were you on Beavis and Butthead as a kid?
No, I wasn't allowed to watch it. Dude. My parents were like, probably smart to not let me watch it, honestly.
Dude, I started watching like that shit when I was 7.
I went over to my friend Jeremy Solanke. Yo, if you're a diehard Height Drop fan, you probably heard this name before. Jeremy Solanke was like the Vice house that I would go to when I was in elementary school. Like his parents just gave less of a shit about what he was doing. which worked out. He was a genius. He was like one of the smartest kids I've ever met. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's probably building spaceships or something, like real ones instead of these chairs. But he just, I don't know. I got to find Jeremy Solanke. But anyhow, I remember he showed me the Beavis and Butthead Do America movie. And that was the first time I encountered Beavis and Butthead. And I just like was like, this is so raunchy and like farther over the top of like things I wasn't allowed to watch and things when I was growing up.
Dude,
I was addicted instantly. I thought it was so funny. Yeah.
Literally go to my cousin's house, and she had it on DVD or no, I guess videotape at the time because we were that young, I guess. Yeah, we would just play that shit all the time. Just watch it like once a week.
Dude, I burned into my head. What did they say? The song?
Which one?
The song in the beginning during the credits.
Oh, I don't remember what they said though. Like it's like the super.
They're gonna roll down and blow your ass away. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah.
Beavis and
Butthead. Just like a Shaft remix kind of song. It was amazing.
Lake Titicaca.
They're so dumb. It's like, oh my god,
dude! My favorite part about that was the crazy ass trip they go on when they eat the ayahuasca cactus.
Yeah.
And they just go in this crazy like metal music video.
Yeah, I did not understand that when as a kid.
Dude, I
at all.
loved it as a kid. That was like my favorite scene.
I thought it was cool, but I didn't know what was happening. I didn't like understand like.
I didn't get it either. I thought they were just like the sun was killing them and they were going crazy.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh no,
there's
just like
so many levels to
really
that cartoon.
Trying to hydrate and did drugs by accident. And then met their dads.
Oh yeah, that was in the middle of the desert.
You guys want to see something cool?
You guys want to see something? In a way, it's really good. It just shows you how not to be.
Leave a comment down below if you've seen this movie.
Yeah.
What is Beavis's alter ego? If you know,
I'm the great.
Leave a comment and subscribe to that butthead. You kind of look like Butthead.
Kind of are Butthead for saying that.
No, you don't actually look like Butthead. You just have brown hair, not blonde. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, those two.
Powerful mustache on Frosty right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got like the really fancy. But he doesn't look like he has the evil mustache, but he doesn't look evil with it. You know what I'm saying?
He just looks wise.
Yeah, that's what it is. He just looks like he knows some shit.
That's what wisdom is. I feel like it's that incorporation of the shadow.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you
let it in a little bit.
let it in. You just understand it. You work with it. You master it.
Yeah.
Although Frosty doesn't have much of a shadow, it feels like he's such a happy-go-lucky, like joyful guy when he's around. It's just always positive vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems super nice.
He's super well, like, he's very inspiring.
It's gotta be so hard to do like a skills round and then be cold for like an hour and then have to warm back up and do another skills round. It's just like,
Man, this is not going fast though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been 2 hours into it. We're still at skill. I'm like, we have to go through speed and style still.
Is that today or tomorrow?
No,
All one day?
it's all tonight.
Oh shit! How are we gonna get through all that?
I don't know, man. I'm like, I need to get out and get some dinner and stuff. We could cut it and do
Re-up.
come back to it. Although speed, I don't know the course actually or the schedule for them, but it's nuts. It's like, oh, it's already on the gram.
Dude, I want a Malamute.
That's a nice pooch.
They're so gorgeous. That's Seth.
How about Zach Bush today? Powerful Zach Bush.
A powerful Zach Bush. Interesting fellow, to say the least.
Yeah. I haven't like fully been able to immerse my attention into that world very much, but
Wait, is this speed right now?
oh yeah, they're laying out the courses showing what direction is.
This might look weird, but I have some Achilles tendonitis, and right now I think it's cross fibering. I think it's called something like that. I might have just made that up.
We have 4 viewers.
That's fine.
All right. We're back, I think, gang. Sorry, we dropped the stream. I think what happened was Xfinity, the bastards, tried to throttle us off. They just cut the modem off because we're streaming so hard.
Need to stretch.
Oh, you have to kill the AC. Now it's going to get hot as balls again. But
What's the topless policy?
we're back. Thanks, James, for the
Dude,
for the confirmation. Look at everyone going berserk.
I see Jake. I see Mike, Rizzo, Callum, Davis, Lydia. Did I say Steve already?
Sean
crew, I
Higgins
see
in the
Potty.
back there.
Sean. Hi, Davis. I don't think Davis hears me. Oh, there's Milo.
Oh, perfect. You know what is like the after party on after this event is always insane.
It is.
That's one thing I'm definitely.
I'm missing a lot right now because all my friends are there. Like, none of my friends that were, like,
Hey, bro.
so many. You're my friend, too. I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just teasing.
I've known Rizzo since I was 14. Leave me
Dude,
alone.
did they go straight to there after coming through?
No, I think we went home first. I think Joe went, and then Jake's there.
All right. Well, we streamed hard as fuck, but now we're on to speed. We're looking at the warm up time, I guess, right now.
Yeah, I think it's the preps.
Prep time. And we're back into this 2-hour, 11-minute, and 20-second stream. This is ridiculous.
Doc.
But you can't stop us, Xfinity. We're going to keep streaming. I don't care what you say.
Is this dude running his course in phase right now? Savage.
Dude, eventually we're going to go all the way back to just using our feet. There'll be so much dexterity required.
I don't think it's doable, personally.
You're going to start grabbing the bar with your foot.
I mean, I think that's doable.
We're going to grow an opposable thumb out of our heel.
I don't know about that.
Definitely not happening. I need to get lighting for the studio as well. It's super dark. This is fun. This is a nice little test, you know? But man, I need to do something
I need to stretch.
with my so right or whatever. Oh, here we go. I can do this one. Thread the needle.
You can't get my freaking sternum to stay open, bro. It's pissing me off. I can't, like, I'm always like, heh. Just like, be the ape, baby.
Look at who. I mean, they're just having a blast in there. I love it. Your sternum's gonna be fine, dude. You can do it.
I'm just not strong enough.
Look at Callum being over the top. Oh, man. So, I think they're about to get this thing popping. We got to do a better job of filling in the gaps, man.
I don't know, I'm just really concerned about stretching myself right now.
Well, that's a good call. It's more important probably than the 2 people watching. But what about the other people? Might listen.
Jackson Hilson from Missoula. Have I met you before?
Is he going right now? Okay, we already are on our way.
That was a good tap on that.
Ooh. Oh, falling through the finish
Send
line
it.
again.
Send it! I like the red.
These courses are longer. Or there's usually one power and one more technique, huh? More heights.
They're really controlled the whole way.
It's wild how much they've gotten out of this gym because, like you said, oh, well, you didn't say it necessarily, but it's. We were talking about how much it's changed. It's changed a lot, but also a lot of the stuff is still very much a staple of the gym. Like they're just taking different angles on it with these courses and creating new challenges.
Because that was like an old challenge. From
Oh, Michael Slager, hometown hero. Get it, Michael. They're doing the wave, dude. They're really getting it lit in this Origins Parkour facility. Oh, Michael Slager's off.
He is a fast boy.
Well, and again, he has Seth. They train together in a way that, like, I think they really feed off each other's power and technique, and just they're brothers in arms there.
They really are.
Takes the lead. Nicely done, Michael. I wonder if anyone can like 2-step wall tack to just grab the
That's what I
bar.
was thinking. Like, I'm like, is there a way to do that?
To just skip the arm jump would take out so much time. That's probably what Rez and Tom were looking for when they put that in there. I bet there's a way to do it. Sometimes, you know, they'll find a student that can do something fucked up in there, and then they're just like, let's put that in the course and see if anyone does it.
See if anyone figures it out. See if we can make it.
All right, your boy, the Wolf.
I love David. David's the beast from the east. Let's get it, kid.
If you're trying to sync this up, David Garcia is going over the foam pit right now. That was really smooth. Nice. Oh, the way he plowed off that rail was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Talk about ankle thingy. You could fuck your shit.
Yeah.
That was so good. I want to see that in slow motion. Ooh.
Oh, he is from New York. Yeah, he's from Manhattan. That's what I thought. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's from like Harlem.
Look at how nasty. Tech.
He's a gangster, dude. He's so good.
This was insane. Look at this. Quink. Oh, because he skipped off of it. You didn't actually have to plyo as much. Whoa, that was nasty.
Yeah, he's
Dive,
like really
downward dive roll to the finish line.
He's like really good at falling.
Eventually, it's not even going to be like different. I feel like the falling and like the going, it'd be so interchangeable. It'll be one. Style. Yeah. Drunken master. I don't know this guy. Joseph Unruh. See, that's not surprising, but it's just crazy. We're seeing like people come out of the woodwork competing at just a new level.
Is he wearing Vegas? This is the Fayou dude, I think.
Is he?
He's wearing something.
I can't tell. From Sac. It's kind of got like a Milo style beard going.
Kinda, yeah.
I saw you posted something on your Instagram story whenever, I don't remember, a couple of days or a week ago. Was it an excerpt from Milo? Can I even talk about Milo's thing he's working on? He's trying to keep that on the down low, isn't he?
I think for them. I'm not totally sure.
I will keep it on. I mean, that's almost as much as I'll say about it, unless you think it's fine. But I saw like something that you posted, like it was like the old Descent, the Boulder one, but it was edited in a way where it looked like it was part of that bigger project he's working on.
Oh no, I just like that shot.
Oh, you did that.
Well, Milo got that shot of me.
Oh, but the
Damn,
music
he
and
was that
everything.
fast. What was that?
Didn't have like music added and things.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was crazy.
Yo! I don't think that was advantageous though. It definitely slowed him down, but that was nasty. That was nasty as fuck.
Joseph Unra, whoever you are, that jump to that wall against the wall was
fucked
fucking
up.
crazy.
Was he like? Was that? I don't know where the checkpoints were. Was he supposed to bounce that back, or did he like want to go over the? Let's see here. This is so fucked.
The way he went on through that was crazy.
What the fuck is going on here? Whoa! Okay, so he wanted to land on top of it.
Yeah.
If he did, that would have been super advantageous. But he just didn't quite make it. That was fucking crazy. I thought for some reason he like purposely bounced back to it because it looked really controlled. I was just like,
yeah,
oh.
I was like, wow.
Oh shit! Here we got Seth Wang.
Oh, Seth, baby boy, let's do it.
Get him, Seth. He's a sleeper. He could win this whole thing.
Yeah. Come on, Seth. Oh, yes.
Oh, he didn't have quite enough swing there, but nice.
Most controlled so far.
That was very well executed at the end. Wow. The presence of mind. Did you hear that?
What?
He's sticking his hand out across the laser
yeah.
to trigger it earlier. Bad man. Ooh, it's the fastest yet.
The thing about Seth that's so good is his transition momentum.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't like pause between anything. It just
No, he's just accelerating. I think he just didn't set himself up for the lâché the way he wanted, but that was super fast.
He just doesn't really pause.
Yeah. Well, and what can happen is that was so well done. Anyone can make a mistake. Like, that was a really tiny mistake that he made, but just with Joseph Unruh's, it's like most people's mistakes takes him out of the run completely.
Yeah.
Like for him to like have a little bit of a fault and not have the fastest time
I want to see
is
Charles.
nuts. All right, Charles, here we go. Shaw went in. Oh my God, he fucking timed that so well. Gibbon style. Oh shit!
He's making it. He's so good.
Oh my God, dude. What? I think he got the fast.
Did he get a scratch anywhere in there, or?
No. You can't scratch. If you don't go around all the checkpoints, you don't finish.
Oh, okay, you don't finish.
I think we've like really tried to eliminate lava.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's almost a full second faster. Because it just makes things weird.
Yeah, it does.
I think it's great if you're gonna just disqualify somebody, but you can't like add time or anything. It's just the scratch system was weird when we tried to implement that. This was the way he bounced in rhythm. The rhythm on that was insane. That was so good. That downward. Oh my God!
That hip looked
he landed like on one leg basically to save his. Yeah. Oh shit!
Like
the people's champ.
Oh, Joe Sendo.
It's a lot of weight, not a weight, but there's a lot to carry when you start having a reputation like he does. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think also he's like super humble and actually doesn't really. I don't think he lets it affect him that much.
Oh, he's so humble. Yeah.
That I don't think it really influences him and makes him nervous personally. Like I think he likes it because it's fun, but I don't think he lets it give him a big ego to where he feels like he has to live up to it or something. And then I think it just lets him do even better because now he can approach it in like a calm situation.
Totally, yeah.
Calm headspace rather.
Yeah, he's got great headspace. Oh, nice. He's even cutting an angle there.
Oh, that tack was so good.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, his legs on that. That might be in the 15s.
What a deer.
Yeah, right? Gazelle. Ka-ding. That was so sick.
That was super, super smooth.
I wonder what the time was. 15. Yeah. Damn. Is there anyone that qualified in front of him? No, he was the first. What a beast. When you're dropping seconds, too, when you're different, that's a lot, you know? Usually it comes down to within a tenth or a hundredth of a second. So.
Yeah, if you get like a full... Was it a full second off? Or was
the next best, the person in second was 16-something. I don't know if it was a full second, but it was roughly. Charles was like about a second behind. Although Charles had that big hiccup. But...
Is there 2 courses here?
That's what it comes down to is the consistency. I think
they do one
They do one, and then, there'll be another one. The flags will be already set up, I imagine. Yes.
Up next, we have our NAPC 2019 style round coming up. This is the
Oh, it was just one course.
you know it's all about the big trick. Joey, can you tell me a little bit about what that means? What is the big trick?
Damn, that's it. Speed was 12 minutes. Like, that's crazy. So maybe they combine points from the other course from yesterday.
Maybe.
And then they just announce winners and stuff. It's interesting that's how they're doing it. I like that, but
It's hot.
take your titties out, dude. Do what you got to do.
Rock it like this. It's a good look.
What?
It's a good look.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should rock
I'm
that.
gonna make the Merm Daisy Duke top.
I think that's the next product in line. If we're
Yo, but for real, the Merm crop top.
Okay.
Bring the crop top back.
Let's find a manufacturer, okay? And then we'll do it.
I shit you not, I will wear a crop top. I'll bring the 90s back.
Okay. Let's
Do
bring
the
it.
Will Smith White Ranger.
We might as well.
It might be dope, actually.
I'm with it. Let's make it happen. Let's go to Alibaba tonight.
Alibaba and get crop tops?
I don't know. That's where you find like a just cheap manufacturer. You might want to step the game up. So I don't know where you'd find a good one. We tried to work with a local company once, and it just did not pan out.
No.
I mean, there's other ones I'm sure that are out there, but most of these local companies are just some middleman between the Alibabas that are in China or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you could like locally source something, it'd be, or recycle, that's even better. I think the way that people are moving these days with ethics and the way that brands like are just producing more and more shit that we don't need, and we're throwing all these clothes and shoes and shit in the dumpster. It's like ultimately we're gonna probably want to stop doing that and start to do something a little bit more,
Yeah.
like sustainable.
Instead of just throwing bullshit away and just clogging.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of momentum behind like building that kind of engine too. It's like,
Well, yeah.
it's hard to have a business that doesn't kind of sell you stuff that you don't need, to even like have a platform where you can try to make stuff that, because the things that we need right now, there's not as much market for because there's so much momentum behind, just keeping consumers. I mean, we were talking about it with what's his name, Zach, today. It's interesting.
What time is it?
but I think Giles is like, I mean, already they're sourcing recycled materials and stuff. And
Are they?
for some of their things, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
It's 8:58.
I might have to take off soon.
You gonna take off? You're gonna leave me stranded here? I
got-
can't do style alone. I guess I could, but
I
I'll
gotta
probably
be-
just end the stream. And
I got life to take care of.
dude, don't we all?
I got to shoot tomorrow.
What are you gonna shoot?
Point of view.
Oh, nice. You working on that Denver POV?
Yes.
Maybe.
It's not actually a secret, really.
Okay. I was like,
I am working on a POV, but I will not release anything from it for a while.
nice. I want to make a cameo. I want to go climb the Wells Fargo building in POV. Although I just broke my GoPro.
I do have some ideas that I got to talk to you about.
Let's do it.
Always be writing down stuff, kids. Take your ideas, put them on paper. You never know what'll come of it. It might work. Remember that.
Write that down.
Write it down. Get a book right now. If you don't got a book, go to the store. Get
It's
a book.
true. He's definitely right. I do not write stuff down enough, and now I'm starting to, and it's helping my life.
I started recently. It makes a D.
It's embarrassing that I didn't write for as long as I did.
Not really. A lot of people don't write.
Yeah. It's true.
I know it's true. 'Cause I'm one of them. Dude, I need someone to jigsaw my back.
Oh, yeah. I need to find one of those percussion massagers. I got to reach out to somebody on Instagram and then just see if I can get a discount even.
I need some freedom from my own body. Hey, would you take a look at my buddy's body?
Smiling faces. These people have just not stopped moving
It's
back.
fucking Joe, dude.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna peace out, let me know. But I'm definitely gonna end the stream. I can't do this solo, dude. I'll just be talking to myself out here.
Who am I? What
Am I? Although I do like to do the solo blasts, I don't think I would do it watching an NPC event.
I just didn't think it would take this long.
I didn't think so either. I thought it'd be. I thought right now it'd finish.
Yeah.
I was like, maximum it'll be done at like right about no. I think it's that skill thing, the 10-minute allotment, which is just like you ultimately need that to work out a challenge sometimes. Like it's an interesting thing to try to make spectator friendly, because if you're gonna make the challenges as interesting as they were, you need analysis. Like you need time to process it as an athlete.
That is true. Parkour dorks. I love it. I guess it's more of a generational thing. We're just the generation of dorks.
Everyone's always been a dork for all of infinity. Maybe not. Maybe like some of the real like warriors that came out of like early man. But they were dumb.
The real warrior.
Like some like, you know, like the earliest men of and women of the planet, you know, whenever evolution woke us up. Do you think they were dorks, or they just like, were they geeking out on rocks probably? Like they're probably looking at their arrowheads and like hatchets and
Yeah, but that makes them dorks.
exactly.
Yeah. 100% they were dorks. That's how it always goes.
They might have even been more dorky.
The dork always wins because they're like, everyone else and every other human's like, oh, that thing is actually just stupid because you're stupid and doing something different. And they're like, oh, wait, no, this actually works better. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Well, I use this.
But it's literally a
I'm gonna
cycle.
use
We
this
literally
triangular rock to smash your skull in.
We literally do it like every decade. It's like someone comes up with something smart, we're like, that's fucking dumb, and then 10 years later, it's smart. Am I wrong, though?
I didn't say you were.
I know. I'm just driving it in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example of like,
I'm sure it's out there. What up, fam?
this is like the jumbo cam,
Jumbotron.
jumbotron, kiss cam. They should introduce kiss cam for this event. I want to see that next year.
What is up with these people?
See, and then you have these transitions where the athletes have to warm up and like make sure their tricks are on point. They have the pads out. They pull the pads back in. This is great for ad time, though. If we do work it out, one of these days, woo, sponsors are going to be lit off of these breaks.
That is true, actually. It doesn't, like,
There's something. There's always an advantage, right?
Why don't we just make parkour brands? The requirement is like, yeah, we need help for like the breaks in between. Everyone make just like really ridiculous promos for your clothes.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's send it. All right. Storm. They just put out a summer line. It's fucking pimping.
It's fucking lit.
It's pimping. They made a baseball jersey.
It's got the raunchy pits.
They got that gets raunchy pits. You can just
But like
sweat.
genuinely, I love the raunchy pits.
I want that
honestly.
thing
It's
bad.
really
I want the
cool.
blue shorts. They made these pants my favorite pants ever that I've finally blasted through the knee. Now I've got to get them in black and blue before they run out.
Storm Gang shorts. They got the zip pockets. If you want good shorts, snug shorts with zip pockets. The best for missions. I'll tell you that much right now. Honestly. You don't need your phone and shit falling out of your pockets when you're climbing on things. Plus, they just look really cool and they're cozy. They have like a schoolboy vibe. I like it.
They're good shorts. They're making really quality clothes. Like Farang's making really quality clothes for Modus Projects. They're just taking it to the next level.
Need more colors.
Store. I love the store like lines that are coming out. If you're
Yeah,
gonna buy
store.
clothes, you might as well support what's happening. If you're not gonna go to the thrift shop.
I'm gonna pop some tags.
James Fisher goes, you could end it and do a live ESPN highlights thing. It's a great idea, James. Thanks for the idea. Thanks for being our only viewer as well, James. You're a real hero. And yeah, we'd have to find like, I wonder if they'll put out, I mean, I could ask Raz if I could borrow the footage and edit to it and react to it. That'd be fun.
I'm down to do that. That would be really fun.
If he would let us do that, we could just chop it up.
Yeah. That's actually genius.
Genius.
That's really fun sounding.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. We'll reach out. Rez, reaching out to you. This is the official decision. They are going berserk. I don't know. Save some energy for the after party, guys.
Trust me, they have enough.
Oh, yeah. They're just infinitely.
They're from the city that never sleeps, kid.
That's true.
They're just like,
But you need to sleep eventually.
not this weekend.
Brian Prince. Killing the game.
Ryan's Prince is my only friend that makes me feel short.
Dude, it's nuts how efficient speed is. Like, it's literally the efficiency event. And it's like, it happened so fast, it might have been like a commercial break.
Yeah.
It was like, damn.
Yeah. Everyone
That
just
was
ran
it. Like,
Everyone
everyone just ran it, and it was just like, boom, 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 boom. We saw 6 athletes just destroy something in 13 or 15 to 18 seconds, and it was just like,
It literally took like 10 minutes.
yeah, that was nuts. Here we go. Elise, women's style. We're not saying anything, guys. Sorry about this. We're literally waiting. At least Bickley's about to go. It's going to be a good time. You know what? For these companions, we probably do need like 3 to 4 people here. So like we could just keep the conversation flowing. Because if someone gets interested in the action like we both are, it just leaves complete dead air space. Which is kind of fine because... Oh, roll bomb. Oh, this is like the big trick event. It's just big trick. Oh, this is nasty.
I have such a love-hate relationship with those Nikes.
Those ones she's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that rubber sole or?
Yeah. It feels, they feel quite nice, but the grip is kind of shit. Honestly.
Whoa, she got a nice bounce like off of the edge.
Mm-hmm.
She like aired off of it. Oh, interesting. I'm liking that they give them all their attempts immediately. They used to cycle you through. It's like, you get an attempt. Okay, ice. You get an attempt. Okay, ice. And it's like, everyone was just trading.
Oh, that makes it so much harder.
And it's just like, oh, yeah.
It's like, you have to like re-get yourself in the
it's like
headspace and be like, okay, I'm going to try again now.
It added to the suspense because people just kept like one-upping each other and stuff, but like, it was too much. Wow. Woo! I like those little blocks they added down there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun. I like the simple shapes in a gym. I think work the best. If you try to make anything too complex,
Yeah.
I think it gets really cool the first time you see it, and then it just never gets cooler than that.
I may have to send it after this one. I just want to see what she does.
Yeah, well, let me just start signing off because I'm losing engagement as well. So we're going to kick this thing off maybe again with some highlights. This was a good experiment. I appreciate you being a part of this one.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do all the podcasts live now.
Yeah.
This is so much easier. This will just be on YouTube
Yeah.
with the right audio. I don't have to sync it, which means it's way more just efficiency, baby.
Yeah.
It's like that speed event. And then, yeah, maybe we'll figure out a way where we can embed this. We'll bring your TV in. We can do like an actual highlight reel. Maybe even some breakdown analysis. We can have a little scrubber. Shh. Scan that back. Look at his ankle here. You can see it's a 14-degree ankle. Angle on the ankle.
A 14-degree ankle. Is he dead?
He's dead. He snapped it. You can see the bone sticking out here.
There's no more. His metabolism's just not working. His ankle is frozen.
But, yeah, I'm hyped that we were able to get it to work so fast. The internet cut out. We had a hiccup, but I would say this is a wild success.
Mm-hmm.
We figured it out. We got the chairs. We broke in the chairs. We broke in the Bob Ross setup.
We broke in the Bob Ross setup.
And we busted the Denver nut, the first cherry of the podcast, like being down
the
here.
Denver nut.
We were able to just, all right, reignite.
Get it lit in Denver City.
Yeah,
Jumping
man.
off shit, talking off shit.
You'll be seeing more of us. You'll be seeing hopefully a bunch of good things. But I'm trying not to talk about what's going to happen and just start doing things more.
From the height drop. The show, we talk about shit.
All right, last attempt from Elise, and then we'll sign off here. Oh,
shit,
swing
flip?
double. Swing double twisting flip.
How
Yeah,
is
man.
she twisting?
My twisting?
Yes.
Shit.
Me too.
I'm getting better. I did my first Rudy this year.
Oh, really?
Not on flat or anything, and I've done a cork again outside recently. I think I'm gonna get more and more into tricking as I get older, because if it's really challenging, it's like a good mental thing and it's good for power, but it's not as high impact as some of the things I was interested in parkour.
Yeah.
That, you know, I still want to do those, but I just pick my spots, pick my battles a little bit more carefully as I've aged.
Yeah.
Just keep it sustainable, you know? My posture's never been better.
I feel that.
You know, my muscle, I'm getting to that gorilla status. I want to get like, you know, when the apes get the silverback, they're like a full mature. Like, I'm not mature yet.
Me neither.
The way I said that, you can tell. But I'm actually excited. I want to take my time, but I feel like I can feel that silverback. Like maybe I got like a half a gray hair growing back there.
Yeah. It's like you're getting there somewhere.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't have a hairy back, but I just mean like you start to feel like that freak old man strength that people talk about starting to develop, because you actually have laid down like years and years of repetitive training, and like and you've gone through the injuries and you've gone through the recoveries now a little bit more. Like I have just realized I cannot train through them now, and so I'm like really fixing things, and it's been awesome. So all right, man, thanks for being a part of this one.
Thank you for having me, Dad.
I love you, bro.
I love you too.
Catch Nick on all the grams
On
and
all
all
the
the YouTubes and
On every single gram.
everything. We'll figure it out. You'll see him. He's doing it. He's killing it out here.
Do my
And
best.
look out for his POV. Can I say what channel it's going to be on?
Yes, sir.
Ampy Sound. Our boy Scott Bass. He's going to be publishing something sick with him soon. So
The coolest thing about working with Scott Bass is he was like one of my biggest heroes when I was like 16.
yeah.
Yeah. He just made
Did you
the
meet him when you
videos.
went through England?
No, actually, I met him in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I watched, just his classic videos when I was like 16, 17. Just like obsessed with them. Watch them for inspiration. Watch from Philly D and Daniel Labaca.
All right, gang. This has been it. Just watch the rest of it. Watch all the best stuff is always going to be, of course, on the Origins channel. So go there. And thanks for being a part of this one. We'll see you guys soon.
We'll see you next time, babies.